Welcome to another episode of 1/6 Showcase. So far you've seen many hobbyists and collectors who only have 1/6 figures in their collection. But today we're going to talk to Brody. While Brody does have many 1/6 figures in his collection, from G.I. Joe to Dragon to 21st Century, he also keeps an open mind about collecting other items such as plastic models, Transformers, and even vintage Matchbox cars. Our one-stop girl Artie is there right now, and she's going to talk to this very diverse collector. Let's check it out.
Hi everybody, I'm Artie and I'm your one-stop girl for today's segment. We're here with Brody, who is a huge fan of planes, jets, helicopters, fighter planes, and other types of military aircraft. So his collection ranges from 1/6 scale figures to scale model jets, including ones that he has entered in competitions. So, how are you doing today, Brody?
I'm doing well.
Okay, so what is it about planes and jets that interests you?
I've done some flight experience when I was younger and chased down private license. I was in sort of pre-military air cadets as a younger boy. Flew gliders, Cessnas, just always liked flight. I had an uncle in Vietnam, and Jack, still alive, shot down 4 times, and little kooky, but he's still around. So I don't know, I just always liked the awesome power of them, the sound, and it just, you know, the idea of being able to control something like that, it just seems like an ultimate rush, right? Like roller coaster has nothing on that, so.
Hear, hear. So, which ones have you entered into competitions? Will you tell me a little bit about those?
Sure. Here's one, Sky Raider, and this has actually all full working animations. It has lights, startup engine, data sound. In the corner it had the rescue helicopter. That was entered in the last show. Everything works on that via remote control. It's kind of neat. There's an X-Wing fighter up there that works, which is kind of cool. Everything operates the engines and opens and closes.
So let's talk a little bit about 1/6 scale figures.
Sure.
Now, what type do you have in your collection?
I have some of the newer ones, some DID ones, World War II. Primarily though, the focus was on vintage, and by vintage, this is pre-1980. I've got almost the whole collection of the G.I. Joe, the 60s line. They tend to be very valuable because actually there's few left around, and most of mine are more minty condition and complete. So they're larger dollar figures. The fighter pilot, for example, is basically will push you $350 to $450 for one figure US. And I bought that actually when our dollar was terrible against it. So yeah, the States has most of them. So usually it's eBay.
So I've heard that you have a 1/6 scale F-15 cockpit. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. This is one of the more modern toys. I think that was done in 2000 or something around that time, a number of years ago. Basically, it was a very interesting toy that was brought out. It had kind of old style vintage creativity to it, because the cockpit itself is replicated to the real thing. The seats have the cloth harnesses and seat pads. In the dark, you can turn it on and all the dials, everything light up. And it's got a little, you can move it, the working altimeter stick. So when you move your in the cockpit, the control stick, your altimeter will move. So ideally what that was made for was they had an F-15 pilot, 1/6 scale, or many people are going to throw some pilot in there, I'm sure.
Okay, well that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much, Brody,
for
taking the time to talk with us. I'm your host, Artie, your one-stop girl. Please be sure to join us again next time, and be sure to check out our exciting 1/6 showcase. And that's on our website, www.161stop.com. We'll see you next time.